In North America, not many rookies have gotten the chance to show themselves off on the LCS stage. But heading into 2021, the countless veterans that have been recycled through the league's history have finally started to fade into the background, and many of the youngsters who previously were denied a chance at greatness have stepped into the spotlight. This year's class of North American rookies and sophomores, composed of players like FBI, Lost, Iconic, and others, is stacked to the brim with potential, which is rare. For a region that hasn't seen new talent pumped in on this large of a scale, the entrance of so many prominent names at once feels surreal for the LCS. One of those prominent young players is Tactical, who had spent the entirety of the 2019 season playing for TSM's Academy roster and eventually was traded to Team Liquid, where he'd headlined their Academy team as well. Throughout the early stages of his career, Tactical always found himself playing behind big-name players on both TSM and Team Liquid. Superstars like Zven and Doublelift were major roadblocks on Tactical's path to the LCS. But when he was given the chance to start on the professional stage, he seized the opportunity with both hands.
I'd say it never gets to me. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, it's just like more like, oh, that's kind of cool. I feel like a year ago I was just some ordinary person, but now I'm like a star or something.
When a struggling Doublelift found himself in the twilight of his tenure with TL, the organization needed answers after suffering through its worst LCS split in 3 years. And this wasn't the first time Doublelift opened the door for a rising AD carry. In 2016, when the veteran ADC left Counterlogic Gaming, Stixxay was the next man in line to step into his shoes. In his first split in the league, Stixxay carried the organization to the finals of the mid-season Invitational. 4 years later, Team Liquid made a similar executive decision to sub in its Academy AD carry Tactical to replace Doublelift. They didn't know it yet, but their nothing-to-lose attitude ended up netting the team a breakout piece of young talent that not only revitalized the organization towards a place of contention in the short term, but one they could build around in the long term as well.
But the re-engage could be too good. Explosive cast separates. Ulti out for Broken Blade. Can't get much done. TL gonna chase down the kills. A double kill for Tactical. Give him the third.
Through his first 2 games in the LCS, Tactical carried TL to back-to-back victories while posting a deathless scoreline of 8-0-6. From there, he only got better.
Tactical, so far, 2 thumbs up. Tactical, taking names.
During the 2020 summer split, Tactical led all qualified LCS ADCs in KDA, CS per minute, gold per minute, and damage percentage. His performance helped Team Liquid grab 15 wins and a one-way trip to the summer split playoffs.
Definitely last year, I felt like I wasn't 100% confident that I belonged here or how good I was, but going to this year, it's more normal, that it feels normal to me that I'm in the LCS now. It's more comfortable to me.
When given the chance to shine on the LCS stage, Tactical made the most of every opportunity, turning around a struggling Team Liquid while naturally developing into a star in his own right. But even as he continued to grow at a steady pace, the entirety of the league was waiting with bated breath to see the young star explode. And during the 2020 LCS Summer Semifinals, Tactical busted out in spectacular fashion, adding what could have possibly been the play of the season to his resume. The LCS's most promising young star went from good to great in a matter of seconds.
It is a 3v5 defense. The carries are alive. The wave clear is in. Ignar taken up in the front line, puts on the shield. Can they
Tactical!
Tactical tries. He finds 1. He finds 2. He's gonna find 3, and he is revived. Do you believe a 3v5 team fight? Because TL certainly does. Give him the quadra. Give him the kills. Tactical with the Bud Light Ace single-handedly.
The Rookie of the Year, saving TL's upper bracket run here.
After winning the 2020 LCS Rookie of the Year award in a landslide, Tactical helped transform Team Liquid from a 9th place squad into an international contender. At the 2020 World Championship, he and the team came within just 1 game of qualifying for the knockout stage.
I think especially Worlds was the biggest factor to helping my confidence to this year. I remember for my first match, I was really nervous. I was nervous during our first match, first Mad Lions. I was really nervous or shaky in the first 2 minutes. I missed the war in the bush. I remember that. And But after the first game of play-ins, I was never really nervous on stage again.
Tactical's rookie season marked one of the best debut performances for a young player in the history of the LCS. And perhaps the reason he was able to develop into one of the league's most recognizable stars in such a short amount of time is because of the strength of the tools around him. Compared to many other teams in the LCS, Team Liquid sports some of the strongest players at each position. A combination of talent and experience lines the roster, supporting young stars like Tactical with the necessary resources to develop and succeed. And no teammate is as valuable as his lane partner, Core JJ.
At first, Tischio said me like he cannot deal with me, so he feel pressure because I'm world champion or something. But like now, if we have a duo in solo rank, we're gonna keep dueling. We really like to play with each other, like having fun every time.
As the 2020 season wound down, Tactical and Core JJ outshone almost every bottom lane duo they faced off against. With wins over duos like Doublelift and Biofrost at home and Perks and Mickey X on the international stage, Team Liquid's bottom lane established itself as not only the best in the LCS, but one of the strongest in the world as well. Throughout the course of the last year, Tactical had been emerging as the rising star of the LCS. As the league around him develops and grows, he's the one leading the charge.
Whenever anyone asks me who I think is good or like rate yourself, and I'm like, I wonder who there is. And then I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm one of the better players.
With an abundance of raw mechanical talent and the tools around him to succeed in place, Tactical stands out as the league's clear frontrunner in its next generation of superstars. Tactical's accidental path to stardom set a precedent that has sent ripples throughout the entirety of the North American scene. Team Liquid's ability to develop talent supposedly on a whim has inspired teams across North America to find their own rising star in the making. Because of last summer's performance, Tactical drew all the eyes on him. His cards are on the table. He's the man that everyone is chasing. Now, everyone wants to find their own Tactical.